The ultimate promise of an electrical apprenticeship is highly appealing. You earn a solid, reliable paycheck while simultaneously learning a specialized, high-income trade. Unlike the traditional college route, an apprentice graduates with full industry certification and zero student debt. This side-by-side comparison shows the real divide. You bypass the massive financial burden of unpaid classes, but getting an apprentice seat is a rigid, highly competitive gauntlet. In trade tuition costs for high administrative effort, proving math skills, and assembling a flawless paper trail. Understanding this trade-off between financial access and intense bureaucracy from day one is the only way to survive the application pipeline without burning out. In Virginia, your target is an IBEW local, specifically Local 666 in Richmond, Local 80 in Tidewater, or Local 26 covering the metro area. Each local runs training through the JATC, the Joint Apprenticeship and Training Committee. They are the union's official school and your ultimate gatekeeper. The JATC dictates the heavily regulated application process you must endure to claim a classroom spot. They impose these strict hurdles to filter thousands of applicants down to the few with the dedication to survive a grueling, multi-year curriculum. This flowchart tracks your exact path in, starting with the minimum legal inputs. You must be at least 18, and you have to provide a valid driver's license, a birth certificate, official school-sealed transcripts, and a clean DMV driving record that is less than 30 days old. You also need to pass a comprehensive background check to clear you for federal, military, or state job assignments. Providing this flawless stack of paperwork proves to the union you are legally responsible, mobile, and reliable enough to show up to the job site. The trade-off here is zero margin for error. Missing a single mandatory document or handing in a DMV report on day 31 stops your application cold. You will face a 30-day delay to fix it, or you'll be forced to reapply entirely. Surviving this initial paperwork check is the first real test of an applicant's attention to detail. Next on the flowchart is the digital phase. You will create an online account through systems like Trade School or GAN, depending on your local, and submit highly detailed work history and personal experience forms. Every single piece of experience you claim on these forms must be backed by an uploaded document, like pay stubs, official tax forms, or military discharge papers. If there's no proof, you don't get the points. Successfully completing this digital profile and attaching your evidence officially enters you into the JATC system for formal review. But the clock is working against you. Some locals will give you a strict 2-week window to upload your documents once you start the form. Miss that deadline, and the system permanently locks you out for the year. This rigid timeline effectively separates the casual applicants from those who are aggressively pursuing the career. Step 3 requires you to sit down in person for a rigorous 2.5-hour written exam. The exam heavily tests your reading comprehension and your grasp of basic algebra and technical math, without a calculator. Applicants receive a score from 1 to 9 based on performance, and passing generally requires at least a 4 to advance. Failing this test triggers a mandatory 3 to 6 month lockout. During that penalty window, you are banned from retesting at any JATC in the country. Do not let the math portion intimidate you out of applying. Visit electriciantutor.com well in advance to drill fractions, decimals, and algebraic equations before you walk into the testing room. The JATC isn't looking for math geniuses. They use this test to verify you have the foundational logic required to keep up with the technical classroom material. The final step on our flowchart is an evaluation of your character, either through an in-person oral interview or an intensively scored personal experience form. Your performance here generates your final ranking score, which dictates your exact placement on the union's hiring list. This is a direct competition, not a simple pass or fail. High scores get assigned to a contractor fast. Lower scores sit on the list and lay patiently as new jobs open up. Once you finally get the call, the real work begins. You are committing to 8,000 hours of strictly monitored on-the-job training, paired with 720 hours of classroom instruction over the next 4 to 5 years. You will spend your days climbing tall poles, crawling through confined attics, and hauling heavy 50-pound gear. And then you will spend your nights doing homework and studying electrical code. Complete all of that, and you graduate as a fully certified journeyman electrician, commanding top-tier pay and excellent benefits anywhere you go. The 5-year grind of the actual apprenticeship shows exactly why the application process is so brutal. The administrative gauntlet accurately mirrors the intense discipline required on the job. This is the reality check. The union path provides an incredibly rewarding, debt-free education, but the administrative process demands total compliance. This route is designed specifically for driven, drug-free, and highly responsible individuals who want a lifelong career and are willing to earn it. If you are looking for a quick, effortless job placement where someone else handles the paperwork, this process will filter you out immediately. The bureaucracy of the JATC acts as their first safety test. If you can't follow basic instructions on an application form, a contractor cannot trust you to follow lethal safety protocols around high-voltage equipment. This checklist outlines exactly what you need to do next to get off the sidelines. First, pull your paperwork together right now. Call your high school for official sealed transcripts and request an updated copy of your DMV record. Second, identify your closest Virginia JATC, whether that's Richmond, Tidewater, or Metro, and verify their current application windows online so you don't miss a deadline. Finally, respect the math aptitude test. It is the single largest roadblock that eliminates unprepared applicants. Check the link in the description for electriciantutor.com and start practicing your algebra and reading comprehension immediately. The gate into the IBEW is narrow and the competition is fierce, but the preparation to secure your spot starts today.